Hey guys, welcome back to Kitty for Crafts. Um, just gonna do a little whipping chat today. Nothing big. Um, just wanted to what is that? Get in here, do some stuff, and where's my brush? And then there it is. Where did it go? You know, you see some like there you go. Something fell in. There we go. Anywho, wanting to come on is just do some whipping and some chatting while I'll do this section. So we've got Christ done now, and now we're on the last 6 rows. And each row has 4. So 24 sections left to go, so to say. So this is about how big, and let's measure that because um, someone wanted to know about my sizes here. I really didn't know. So these are 4 by 2.5. So 4 by 2.5 squares is what I'll do for this. So we'll work on that one. And I've got it, looks like already set up so that, yeah, this is the section that I'll be working on today. And, oh, someone dropped something in the house. So, and then I'll have them, and I'll put these in here. So I have them, for the next one. And these came with even bigger ones. Like, look at that. So, oh, sorry, the dog just hit that. Good gravy. So just, something bigger, but those are those ones I got from Crafts with Crashly on that auction she does. And you need to check that out because sometimes she'll do those auctions and you can win all kinds of cool stuff. And then, it's auctioned, so you just pay for it. So there you go. All right, I am going to get my phone. And I didn't really, I just kind of pulled it all out and didn't even think about grabbing Jim's flow. So we know we're going to do that. We're going to grab our Last Supper. We're going to add our hours. We're just going to hit yes because it starts the time for us. And again, I go in numerical order. So we're just going to jump that one. And these are the ones. And these are all the ones I have left. Isn't that great? So we're almost done with whatever brown this is, which I think is also awesome sauce. So, how's your week been going? What you got planned for the rest of the week? I mean, what am I doing here? Kind of just, well, I guess you can't see what I'm doing if I have my thing in the way, huh? Trying to figure out how this week has been. How was your Memorial Day? That's a good question. Tell me down below how your Memorial Day was. Did you go to the pool? Did you open up your pool? What did you do? What did you not do? Hang out with family, get on the boats. All the things that you could and should do on Memorial Day weekend. I think that's one thing about Florida that I miss is being able to go to the boat yard and you can rent a boat and for the weekend or for the weekend or for the day and just kind of not have the responsibility, quote unquote, of having a boat because they take care of all that. You just got to put gas in it, which is nice. So it's just something, if you live in Florida and you hadn't thought about that, you're like, oh, it's not as expensive as you think it is. So just something to think about if you're in Florida. If you live in Florida and you don't own your own particular boat. So, because everybody don't own a boat. But everybody don't own a pool either. So I think people think everybody in Florida owns boats and pools, and no, we don't. Everybody don't want the maintenance that goes with all of it, trust me. So most of the time people live in communities where you can have a neighborhood pool and tennis courts and all the things, and gyms and stuff. Um, or you have a big old pool in your backyard, one or two. Just kind of depends on who you are, where you are, what you want to do. But anywho, how was your Memorial Day? Didn't do much at this house, just chilled. And when I say chill, I mean literally just chilled. Didn't do anything. Didn't work on this. Didn't do anything. Oops. I literally just sat in a chair and look at me and just chilled. Um, yeah, I didn't have anything going on, and I didn't really want to have anything going on. So I watched some YouTube, and literally, when I say I watched YouTube, I watched floss tube, so that's gonna be cross stitching stuff, and then I watched, all, of course, all the diamond painting people that I like to watch, and then that was all I did. Yep, that's all I did. I had to think. Nope, didn't do anything. I didn't feel like doing anything. Um, and it's neither here nor there. I just didn't feel like doing nothing. Just wanted to chill. You don't get a chance sometimes just to sit and just to decompress because you got so much going on. All of us have so much going on in our lives that you just kind of wanted to, I just kind of wanted to step back for a little bit and just chill. So I thought I would get on here today, though. I was like, oh, I probably need to get on there and do a whipping chat. Say hi, see what you're up to, see how your weekend, or your week rather, had been going. Most of us only had to deal with a 4-day week this week. So that's always an awesome sauce situation. And then, you know, just ready for the weekend already. You know, just already ready for the weekend. I hope those folks who were in the storms panned out well. I know last weekend was a doozy. We had some crazy rain here in central Illinois, but nothing that was drastic to say. But still had a lot of rain. So just hope that if you were in any of that, that you were able to um, be safe, you know, and get to shelter if needed it, and hopefully everything's okay on your end. But otherwise, oh, I missed one. There we go. Otherwise, nothing else going on here at this homestead. Just um, chilling, I guess. Since all the kids' workplaces, everybody went to work on Monday, so I think that was one reason why I was able to chill because I really didn't have no one here to talk to me or to um, quote unquote be pessy. I was able to watch, TV in peace, quote unquote. So that was awesome. Um, because usually someone wants to say, "Hey, what are you looking? What are you watching? Why are you watching that again?" Just getting on my nerve. So I was able to just sit and watch crazy stuff. Let me know if you're a Doctor Who fan down below. I want to watch the new one. I just haven't done it yet. I love old Doctor Who. I mean, like black and white Doctor Who. I love Doctor Who. But, and I like the chick, whatever, I don't forget what number she was. I like that one. Um, I like 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I think this is 13. So, I mean, I like Doctor Who, but I haven't gotten into watching this new one yet. So let me know down below if you're a Doctor Who person, and if you are, have you watched the new Disney series? And if you have, tell me what you think. Because I really want to watch it. It looks real good. I'm just, I'm chicken. It's like when people say, we're going to remake X movie. And you're like, oh, please, why would you do this? Why would you do that to me? You don't need to remake everything. Get your own movies. It's kind of what I really want to say to some of these um, act, directors and writers and such. Get your own. Stop using stuff from the 80s and 70s and such. I know we made good stuff back then, but you ain't got to remake it all the time. So annoying. Because I think, when they start remaking stuff, you're kind of like, okay. You just don't need to remake stuff. I don't know. I don't know, it just kind of bugs me when they remake stuff. Like remaking Dracula's or one thing, but then like remaking um I don't know, what was that, House on Haunted Hill? Like, really? Did we really need another House on Haunted Hill? The Vincent Price one was great. So why don't we just keep that one? Oh, I dropped some more. Why don't we just keep that one? No, because somebody wanted to go and do this one. Like, why? You didn't need to. I'm gonna stick it there. So I don't know. Just let me know what you think about remakes too, because I don't know. They get on my nerves. I just don't feel like. Look at that. Look at that foolishness. Um, I just don't feel like everything needs a remake. And I don't think everybody needs a sequel either. Like, why do we have so many freaking sequels? Like, all right, so my 80s people will understand. We have Freddy, and we have Freddy, Nightmare on Elm Street, right? Now, I love me some Nightmare on Elm Street. Freddy's my man. I didn't need to. I really didn't. I don't think anyone needed to. And then we definitely didn't need any of that other one. I mean, we didn't need none of it. Uh, we got it. We didn't ask for it, but we got it. But tell me why we had to have it. We didn't. So it's another one of those where you kind of go, seriously, people, you didn't need to make 5 of those. And Lord knows, as much as I love Jason and Michael, I do not need to see 25 of these. I mean, he done went to, was it Jason done went to outer space, or was it Michael? See, I done lost track. Um, they done been everywhere. I mean, the camp is gone. Like Camp Crystal Lake is just done. So, alrighty, and then we got 800 versions of it, and this last one of Michael with Jamie Lee in there doing her thing, like she's trying to protect her kid. They done made her bat crap crazy, and she's always looking out for Michael, and Michael done did everything at this point. I don't know. I just feel like it's just doing too much. I mean, Jamie Lee Curtis is Scream Queen. Like, she is the queen of Scream. And I love every freaking movie she's in. Always. But, good gravy. I think Michael done it. Like, he done his thing. I love horror flicks. They're like my favorite thing. But sometimes I just need come out with new stuff. But you know why they remake the old stuff, y'all? I'll tell you why. Because our stuff was good, and they're just trying to reinvent it with new modern stuff, so they can get some CGI up in there and do all the things that I really didn't ask you to do. I don't mind seeing The Wire. I think it's funny, um, but you know, here we go. You gotta just be putting your, new CGI on it. I don't need a backstory for everybody. Everybody don't have to have a backstory. Like, seriously? Like, who needs a backstory? You know, who cares? Jason was at Camp Crystal Lake, right? And Voorhees saw what he saw, and the little bad little camp people were doofus heads, and he drowned. Life sucks. That's sad. Mama went crazy because her son died. Well, what mother wouldn't? And now we have to live with the fact that this man done went bat poo poo crazy, and I don't know. It just annoys the devil out of me. That's my complaint for the day. Look, on a Wednesday, what do you want to complain about today? Horror movies. So I don't know. I'm just kind of frustrated with all the remakes, and then some of them supposed to be like, then some of the new ones are scarier than. I'm like, oh please, give me a break. Nothing scarier than The Exorcist. I remember my mama taking me to go see that in theaters. Give me a break. And some of these kids are like, I can't believe that was, that wasn't that scary. Yeah, okay. That's why everybody and their mama freaked out, and everybody thought that the devil was, alive and well in every city in America, because The Exorcist was real. Like, it was real. But what's funny about The Exorcist is it's one of those movies, y'all, I watch in the daylight. I watch when people are in the house. I do not And have I ever watched that movie by myself? Like, I love it. I love The Exorcist. At 54, I'm still scared of The Exorcist. It's one of those movies you just, ugh, good gravy. Like, I just don't watch it by myself. I don't. Someone's got to be in the house. Um, Oops, I had an extra one on there. Someone's got to be in the house. Someone's got to, um, I don't know, make sure stuff's, I don't know, going on. It's funny to me. I have yet to watch that movie by myself. Um, yeah, it's a it's one of those movies that's really good, really scary, and it's one of those where it's based on the true story, and if you know the true story, it makes you even more like, yep, nope, not watching that by myself, not watching it at night, and definitely not watching it by myself, right? So I don't know, it's funny, but that's one of my faves. I love every Dracula movie. I don't care who's in it. Christopher Lee, Bela Lugosi, of course, the king of Dracula. Um, I don't know. I don't I don't know. I just love Dracula. Um, I like the one with Winona Ryder in it. That one's a really good one. I like that guy who plays that guy, plays Dracula. I forget he's in a bunch of movies, but I love him anyway. He does really well in that movie. So, but I watched that. I can't think of another really, you know, horror flick that resonates more than Dracula. You know, I'm a 70s kid, which means I'm an 80s kid, which says to me, there's a lot of these. Um, every Freddy, Jason, Michael movie is mine. You can't go anywhere without Freddy, Jason, and Michael. So, you look at those as, your movie, your time kind of a thing. But I can't think of another horror genre or another genre besides horror that really gets me. I like rom coms, I guess. No, I shouldn't say I guess. I do. And here's what's funny. I like J Lo rom coms. I think they're funny. Now she has a couple of serious ones that aren't bad, but like what's that one called? Enough. I think that's what it was when she was getting her butt beat by her husband, and she'd had enough. Hence the movie's name. That one was a good one too, actually. But I love her rom coms. They are just great. The last one she did, "Marry Me," with Owen Wilson in it. Okay, listen, I don't know how you feel about any of that, but I'm gonna say I had to download some of the songs because I was like, "Oh, this song is so cute." Um, and then we're able at my job. I think I've told you all this, but at my job we're able to listen to movies and stuff, and it's one of the movies I listen to constantly because I just love the music. It's really good. And JLo's got a thing on Amazon right now. I don't know if you're into JLo or not, but she's got a thing on Amazon about what's it called? I don't know what it's called, but anyway, it's a video documentary. I guess that's what you want to call it, of like her going through the motions of her divorces, I should say, then getting back with Ben and the whole thing, and Ben helps do stuff with this documentary. It's really good. I know some people didn't like it, and they made it seem like it made her out to be somebody. I don't know. I liked it. I like the songs in it. She got one song in there about love. I was like, oh, that's a cute song. Um, but people have their thing about J Lo. I don't pretend to know, any of that, but because I don't watch, my the girls at work keep me and a couple of the other senior or seasoned adults, let's call it that. in line with what's going on. And I can give a flying farkanukin about, J Lo's drama with, let's just say with Mark Anthony, or whatever that baseball player's name was. Um, you know, I always feel like she was doing a bunch of mess because what she should have done was just got herself together, and her and Ben should have been together. But um, they had to go their separate ways, and they did, and this is where they are, and now they're back, and I think that's great. And I don't know why people hating on stuff. If you don't like it, then that's fine. You don't have to, be all up in their Kool-Aid. Um, but people act like, the heck is that? People act like they have to be all up in the Kool-Aid with somebody's mess. These are actors and movie stars and whatever, and they are human. They are human people who have lives, who have drama. They don't have life drama like us, and I can understand someone saying that. Yeah, they're not in jeopardy of their lights getting shut off tomorrow, and they're not in jeopardy of losing their job tomorrow. Um, but they still have. I always call it rich people problems. So they got rich people problems. We got poor people problems. They got rich people problems. And sometimes, life is what it is. It just is what it is. Sometimes you just kind of, you are dealt the hand you were dealt, and whether or not it is the hand that you like is a different story. Um, and people act like they can't, change their story. And I say you can always change your story. Fate is what it is. And depending on your faith, then says to me, it depends on how you deal with your fate. So, God gave you some sense and you should probably use it and do what you need to do. That's what I think. I don't know. But, okay, there we go. I just love her and her rom-coms. But anyway, Marry Me. Um, so cute. Premise is cute. Single dad. Shares custody with his wife, or ex-wife rather. And gets tickets to go to this concert from one of the people he works with, and she's going to. And hold this sign while I go do this, or while I, do this. And next thing you know, J-Lo done lost her mind for a moment, as with anything else, because I'm not going to tell you the whole premise of the movie, but she lost her mind for a sec. And she goes, sure, I'll marry you. And you're like, okay, some stranger in the audience, that's what she gonna do. Okay, she done lost her marbles. And they go on this journey together. And the journey's pretty funny because the journey is, okay, I'll do this. You don't have to pay me to do it. And his friend, she's a counselor, she's like, oh, no, no, no. No, we're going to get paid for this. And so it's just funny. And then of course, it's a rom-com, so it's comedy involved. And then there's, the love interest stuff comes into play, and they fall in love. And do they get married? Do they not get married? He married her on stage by accident, but was it real? So it's just really funny. She had another one with Matthew McConaughey. Oh, what was that one called? The one with Matthew McConaughey was Made in Manhattan. Yeah, I think that's what that one was called. And that one was great too. So I like that one too. My phone is going off. My son's calling. He can hold on. Well, you know what? Let me put. No, hold on, guys. Okay. He didn't want nothing. Oh my lord, that boy drives me to. He almost drives me to drink. And I don't really drink anymore. So that's just. Lord have mercy. So that son, and I'll just tell you because now he just irritated me, is a tattoo artist. Very well tattoo artist, and he wants a tattoo, and he thinks, yeah, he's grown. He's 26 years old, but he calls to ask me if he can get a tattoo on, like, right here. You can't see. I'll show you. Right here on his neck. And I'm like, yeah, absolutely not, Bob. And I just hung up on him. And I really should just start saying, call your dad. I'm like, good gravy. Don't bug me. So he's asking stupid questions, and I have answers, and I just hang up on him. That's how you do that. Now, he's at the house with my mom, because he stays with my mom. Oh, why he won't ask my mom? Because he knows that she's going to go, what? She'll be flipping out on him, too. So, anyway. So, as I was saying, rom-coms. So, I think that's kind of the ones I like. I don't really. She's also got another one on. What's it? It's not called Shotgun Wedding. I don't know what it's called. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's on Amazon, and that one is funny because that one, like, Lenny Kravitz is in it. Cheech Marrero. How do you say his last name? Cheech from Cheech and Chong. He's in it. That crazy lady who does the Discover commercial, she's in it. I love her. Her voice is so funny. So that one's in there. I love J-Lo rom-coms, And then, like I said, this video thing she has on Amazon right now, I think it's called This Is Me or something like that. Anyway, I love it as well. It's really, really good. I feel like in this thing, like, I really, like, J-Lo needs a good hug. Like, she just needs someone to hug her real tight and not let her go for a second. Not like Ben. Like, she needs a girlfriend who can just hold her and go, girl, it's going to be all right. That's what she needs. Because, whew, I just was like, sister, you be doing the most. Just, oh, I don't know. But anywho, yeah, here we go, too. I feel like those are like my two things, my two genres. I don't do I like listening to murder and mystery. So, like, with Bailey Sarian, I'll link her down below. She does this thing with murder, mystery, and makeup. I think I talked about it last time. I love listening to her, so I do that one. And then I do a couple other oddball ones, but I'm really not into all of that. Just not. But there we go. I feel like a lot of people are into murder and mystery because, it's the thing, to be honest. Like, everybody loves murder and mystery. So, but I'll link Bailey Sarian down there below. I know a couple people like her, and then a couple people like, she doesn't tell the whole story. Well, I mean, she's only on there for like an hour. People, calm down. She gives you a gist, and I feel like if you really want to know more about the crazy that is, go look it up. I mean, like, okay, go look it up. Yeah, I will watch 48. Was it called 48 Hours? Another 48? Something like that. I might fool with it once in a blue moon. But again, it's something that I don't really watch. Now, action adventure. Okay, let me preface this by saying I only watch Mission Impossible. I am not a Tom Cruise fan. But I will say to you that I have seen every Mission Impossible. I didn't see the last one in the theaters. I actually had to watch it at home because I wasn't feeling good. But I love Mission Impossible. I do not know why, but I do. It's probably one of my faves. Is that all the things I watch? I don't watch a lot. I mean, my husband will tell you that, well, she watches the same crap over and over again, which ain't a lie. I do. Like Journey to the Center of the Earth, 1959 version, not no foolishness of now. I don't mind the Brandon Fraser one. Let me say that. It's just not what I watch. But I do like the old one with Pat Boone, James Mason. Like, yeah. And then I don't know if you guys have this channel. It's on Roku too, but it's called Classic Reels Reels, Classic Reels. And it does old school movies. Like there's a, like one of my, I don't do Elvis really either, but his, I do and I don't, but his movies always, I always loved them because they, they're musicals. And Acapulco was like one of my favorites. It's on there, and you go around and you're singing. Um, that Touch of Mink, I love Cary Grant. Like, I love me some Cary Grant, his fine old behind. And if you have a British TV show, British television called BritBox, um, there's a documentary called Archie on there. And in case you didn't know, that is Cary Grant's real name. So, that's good. It's a great documentary about him and his life and his, oh man, the things that you find out about Cary Grant. Still wasn't a butt munch like some other people, right? But man, you're like, what? Um, and Diane Carroll and her daughter, which is his only kid, uh, did this. And so I say this, you take it for what it is. It's Diane's version of her life, I think, with Carrie. So I don't know how much all of it is. Um, every story has two sides, but you know, this is where we are with that. What else is there on there? They have a lot of horror classics on there. They have a lot of uh, newsreels on there from old, I say olden times, but from back in the day. So you can watch old news. It's kind of funny. But that's on there. But I like classic reels. I like to watch the sci-fi section. They have Fantastic Voyage on there. It Came from Outer Space, 20 Million Miles from Earth. Those kind of movies. So if you're into those types of movies, Classic Reels where it's at. My husband can't stand that channel because I watch it all the time. I love it. And then of course you watch your classics, all this stuff. Like so, I will watch um, Wizard of Oz. I don't have a problem with turning that on as background noise and watching it because you're not really watching it, you're listening to it, right? So I mean, you can sit here and sing all the songs and know the songs because it's a movie that you've seen 800 times. So, oh, I think the dog moved. Yep, he did. Um, so again, it's just I was like, oh Lord, you can hear somewhere, and you're like, oh, he's like, oh brother, here we go. You're watching that again. It's like, yes sir, yes sir, I am. I'm just like, okay. But I can watch Journey to the Center of Earth. It's almost like an ASMR where I can watch that and literally go to sleep because I've seen them so much and they are so good that you can't help but to watch because it brings back good memories. Most of the time, if I am right, and you guys can let me know down below, but I think I'm right when I say back in the 70s and 80s when we were kids, when most of us were kids, or some of us were kids, that came on Christmas and Easter, I want to say, or Christmas and spring time, you would have The Wizard of Oz. And it would come on, I want to say, um, no, ABC. I want to say it was ABC. It might have been CBS, but I want to say it was ABC. And you knew and you marked it down, and your parent was like, oh, Lord, yes, we're going to watch it. We're going to watch it. It was almost like, because CBS had um, Happy Easter Charlie Brown and all those great pumpkins and all that stuff with Charlie Brown, which I love Snoopy. He's such adorable. Again, if you have Apple TV, that's where you get all your Snoopy fix at. That's where I get mine at. Um, but you kind of just go, oh my goodness, what the devil? So I don't know, guys. It's kind of funny. You look back and you go, oh yeah, I think it did come on at Easter time, just like the Ten Commandments. Now I love Charlton Heston and I love that movie. That's like the movie. Like here, tell you a funny story. I think I was 16, driving my car that my mom had gotten me, and I got into an accident. And I was so depressed. So I kept telling my grandparents because I drove the car home, but it was wrecked. And I said, "She's gonna kill me. She's gonna kill me." And my mom came in, and the first thing she was like, "Oh my God, where's my daughter?" kind of a thing. And I'm like, "Oh, don't kill me." She's like, "Girl, that car can be replaced. You cannot be." I'm like, "I know, mommy, but still." She's like, "Okay, well, we worry about the car later. How are you?" And I'm like, "I'm fine." You know how that goes. You're scared because you think that your parents gonna, knock you out because you don't wreck the car, but to your own disbelief, that's not what they're upset about. They're upset because their child was, hurt and not hurt, and relieved that their child was not hurt. Because when you saw the car, I'm not gonna lie, when I think back on it, if you would have looked at my car, you would have been like, okay, she's in the hospital. That's what you would have thought. But that was the least of my mama's worries that day. So we get home, and my cousin was our Allstate agent at the time. Well, I think he is still my mom's Allstate agent. um, but he was our Allstate agent. And, he's like, how's Kathy doing? Blah, 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 blah. And she's fine. And mom's like, okay, because I was laying on the couch, and she's like, okay, what do you want to do? Just you're going to be here. You're going to lay down. You're not going to school tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. And I said, I want to watch the Ten Commandments. And then back then we had it on VHS. And my mom's like, oh, Lord, here we go. So I used to watch that movie more so when I was depressed, and Yul Brynner and all them going, so let it be written, so let it be done. It's the best. Um, I'm not gonna lie, I watch it now and go, this is a great movie. It's like 2 days long, and it's just the best. But I want to say that came on at Easter time, and I want to say we watched it. That was on ABC. Like, you just kind of remember certain things about certain TV shows, and you kind of go, I think that's what channel it was on. But y'all can let me know if I'm right. I think I am when it comes to that. I feel like it was that channel. Like, those were the channels that we watched. Because, we didn't have cable. So we had our, what do you call them, local channels, ABC, NBC, CBS. Like, our grandparents was watching, I used to call it Young and the Breathless, but Young and the Restless, and Guided Stupid, Guiding Light, Days of Our Dumb. Because I used to make names up for them because they were all dumb. I was just like, good great, these people are stupid. Um, but you couldn't talk when the soaps were on, stuff like that. But anywho, I think those movies were classics, and you get to these classic movies, and you just don't know what else to say about them. They are the bomb. So I've got my kids involved in classics, like they watch classic movies, and I've got one son who collects VHS tapes. Um, I'm like, dude, what are you playing that on? Where did you find that? My mom had kept some stuff, yeah, some stuff, and he was like, Grandma had this. I was like, oh, okay, well, you need to go through Grandma's crap, because But then I stopped and I laughed because my mom kept stuff that you would look at and go, why in the world would she keep that? And then here we go. My son is like, I got this from grandma, and you wouldn't believe how much this is. And I'm thinking, well, no one else would want it, so I can believe that it's probably pricey. So who wants that? And my mom keeps trying to tell me, I'm telling you, people want stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to tell you, you need to get rid of junk. But, you know, she's right. I hate to, admit to that. Of course, she's right. People want classic stuff. And my son that lives here, I don't know where that came from. Oh, I do too, but I'm not going to worry about it. Um, he goes to this vintage shop here in town. It's called Springfield Vintage. I think that's right. Anyway, he goes there and picks up stuff, and I look at him. We go in there, and you know, she's vintage herself. She's a hoot, and we'll sit and talk and laugh about stuff, and he's picking up stuff out. Look, vinyls, which we would call albums or LPs back in our day. I'm getting some vinyls. What, you getting, an album? I mean, he's like, whatever. I'm like, dude, call it what it is. It's an LP. But he laughs. But he kicked stuff. He went and he kicked up. What the funny thing is, guys, the other day, he went. And this fool, and I call it what it is, picked up a velour, yeah, jacket. I looked at the jacket and thought, I swear I had that jacket in 1970 something. Anyway, it's this velour thing, velour, I can't even say it. And I cracked up. I'm thinking, what are you going to do with that? And so he's like, he comes in and he goes, look what I got from Miss Linda's. And I go, oh, okay. Um, how you washing that? That was my first question. Because I'm thinking, dude, um, I don't know. I don't even know how we watched it back then. So he's like, I'm gonna call grandma. I'm like, oh, okay, you call your grandma. So my mom sits there and she says, well, you're probably gonna need to take it to the dry cleaner because I don't know. Well, you can wash it, but you got to put it on gentle. And I mean, she was going through all the motions for him, and I just kind of looked at him like, okay, stupid. So I think he was taking it to the dry cleaners this week because he was all excited about this little jacket he got. And then sometimes I walk in there and Linda's got stuff that I'm like, oh, good gosh, why would I wear that? And then I'm thinking, why does anybody want to put that crap on? Like stuff from the 80s, y'all. Let's be honest. Let us 80s kids talk and say, what were we all thinking? Who puts on leg warmers on top of your pants? Who puts on glasses that have things in them like they look like Venetian blinds? I I don't know. I don't know what we were thinking. We sure the heck wasn't smoking, so I don't know what we were doing. I think we're just being weirdos. But United Colors of Bennington, I saw an ad for them, and I was like, that store still exists? I mean. Like, what, are you kidding me? Are you serious right now? That store still exists? So, couldn't help but laugh at that. I'm like, gosh, I stayed in United Colors of Bennington. Like, that was the store. So, anyway, just kind of laughing about some of the things of our day, of our time. But I don't know who the devil's wearing any of that stuff besides my dinky son. And I mean, her store stays packed, y'all. Like, that store is packed. So I guess vintage things, whether it's movies, if it's clothing, it's all coming back around. And I can't help but to look at some of it and go, well, I don't know why y'all want to wear that. You know, we look stupid in '84. But, sure, you want to put it on, you go right on because you're the only one going to be wearing it. And then you go outside. Now there's some other idiots wearing it too. And then I'm going to tell you this and then I'm going to get off this thing. Let y'all get back to doing what y'all doing. But oh my gosh, why was I too busy laughing at one of those TikTok videos? And she said, have you ever listened to the words of this song? And oh my gosh, I sat there at work because I was just listening to it. And she was talking about Physical by Olivia Newton-John. And I think I almost was like, we danced to this song. We worked out to this song. We did all the what in the world? And this song is Lord Have Mercy. That's what the song is. It's, her talking about Lord Have Mercy. And then she talked about what's his name? Nope. Oh man. The guy who sings I Wear My Sunglasses at Night. Good gravy. Anyway, it's about a stalker. Like, what in the devil were we singing back then? So, all you 70s and 80s people, I want y'all to really look at some of these songs that we were singing and dancing to and having a great time to. And I want you to think about the words because, man, I'm sitting here reanalyzing like half the songs I listen to. Not counting Fleetwood Mac or that, because we all know that Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie had just a crazy relationship, and so most of their songs are all about them and being weirdos. But some of these other songs from the '80s itself, you're just kind of like, I cannot believe Let's Get Physical is not about exercising. And now that I know it's not about exercising, now I laugh at it because I got the 45 down on the floor here. I got that 45 because, heck, it was the song. So I don't think I have that Sunglasses at Night song because he was like what a one, maybe a two hit wonder, but definitely a one hit wonder. But um, just think about it, y'all. Just think about it, and don't forget to laugh a little because you know that you were in gym class in 1980 something, dancing and doing that dance because your gym teacher made a choreography thing to it. Like, I don't know what that was about either back then. Like, every gym teacher had to do some kind of choreography. Like, get your life. But anyway, that being said, I'm gonna get off here. Um, oh, say hi to you. Today was a rant day, wasn't it? Anyway, we got a lot done on this. I've got two, two colors left, and then this section's done. So I will get those two done, and then I will catch you later. Here's how I'm going to start doing these Wednesdays and Saturdays. This is probably when I'll get videos out. There is a Facebook page now, so if you look at the top, you can click the Facebook page. You're more than welcome to put anything on there. Um, it's just a page that I made up. I'll start linking some videos of mine back to here, but put up your latest projects, guys. I am a firm believer in letting you just put up a project. Um, Nothing crazy. I don't have a problem blocking folks. So let me just put that out there. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. This isn't going to be a bully situation if someone's doing a third party person picture, then that's what it is. Because I don't know their personal life, so it is what it is. But you're more than welcome to put, your progress up. If you go someplace and they have diamond paintings and you're like, hey, just in case you didn't know, this store might in your area might have diamond paintings, put that up there. Do all the things like that that you want. It's just a nice little Facebook page so that we all can, from Kitty for Crafts, can just get together and chit chat. um my Springfield, let's do it this way, my Illinoisans, I am looking into trying to do a retreat. And I don't know. We're going to see. So, you know, just, we're going to see. We'll see what I can come up with. Probably wouldn't be until the fall if I can get it to go, or maybe even later in the early spring next year. But we'll see what I can come up with. But I'm just throwing that out there so that you will have an idea. But with that being said, I'm gonna take my orange juice and finish this two colors up. I can't believe we got through all that. And I will chit chat with you later. You have a great rest of your week. I will see you on Saturday. And yeah, see you Saturday. So be good, be kind, keep on diamond painting. Bye, guys.